Welcome to another video, family. It's going to be a quick video just discussing the events that are taking place in Washington, D.C. right now with the Trump supporters storming the Capitol building right now. As I said in one of my earlier videos, these are the children of Cain, the Aryan Germanic tribes, bloodlines that are protesting the rule and the power of the Sephardim, the children of Esau, who we know are the Sephardim, and the Jesuit order and the Black Pope, which has taken control of the Vatican. Okay, so these children of Cain, these Germanics, are protesting that they're losing their power over their government in their so-called country, United States of America, losing their power to the group that has always maintained control and power over the United States, which has been the Sephardim, children of Esau, the Jesuit order. Okay, and of course the Jesuit order is being served by the Hafhuden, the so-called Ashkenazim, which are a mixture of the children of Cain and the Sephardim. So they call themselves German Jews, Jewish, should I say, which they regard as a very high group because they are mixed with both of these early groups who came into the United States, of course, first the Sephardim, and then later in the late 1800s, the Sephardim invited the children of Cain and the Ashkenazim. Coincidentally, the Ashkenazim only came on the scene in the 11th century, which means the 1000s. So they only been around since the 1000s. Okay. So the question we have to ask ourselves is, where did these Ashkenazim come from? Because we know they're not the ancestors of Ashkenaz, which was a son of Japheth. Okay, so this is why we have to study the Radhanite slave trade, which started 500 AD to 1000 AD, and also study the Black Sea slave trade. Okay. A lot of these trades were controlled by the Khazarian Empire, the Khazars, who had converted to Judaism and were calling themselves Jewish people. Okay, but they were Khazars. Today, Khazaria is represented by Turkey. Okay, so that should give you some idea of the racial origins of this group. Okay. And this is why today, Germany, the largest minority group in Germany today, are the Turks. Okay, and it's the Turks that was the were the middleman in these slave trades that started in France and Germany, where they were enslaving both Africans from the African continent and Eastern Europeans. Okay, and they were trafficking them from France and Germany through Turkey and the Middle East, and ended up in China. And as I said in an earlier video, the Chinese are the largest Canaanite group on the planet. Okay, so you see now how these children of Cain, these Aryan Germanics, are storming the U.S. Capitol, and they're also showing that they can be just as violent and just as disruptive as these so-called BLM, members and the LGBTs. So both of these groups are being controlled by Satan, and they're both basically have the same agenda. Okay, but the two groups are just fighting for power as far as who's going to be ruling, who's going to be giving the orders. And we can see now that Biden and Kamala Harris has won this race, and it seems as though The Democrats have also won the 2 seats in Georgia. So that means they're going to control both houses, the presidency and the vice president. So let's see now, with all of this power that they have, exactly what they're going to do for the people. Okay, especially the so-called Negro, and the so-called the true children of Israel. Let's see what they're going to do for them. With that, I'm going to say enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video. Shalom.